I'd like to start the meeting at 7:02 p.m. Can we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Belfiore?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Here.
Mr. Ludston?
Here.
Mrs. Paletti? Here. Mr. Edisarich?
Here.
Mr. Stoffel?
Quorum has been established. Please all rise to the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dr. Miller, could you please read our mission statement?
The mission of Norridge School District 80 is inspiring educational excellence in a nurturing environment.
Thank you. I opened up the wrong packet system. We had a couple of pieces of correspondence. And we'll go right to public participation.
In each regular or special meeting which is open to the public, the Illinois School Code and Board Policy require members of the public and the board employees to be afforded time to comment or ask questions. The board's agenda designates this portion of the meeting to recognize those visitors and provide an opportunity for comments or to ask questions. The board asks that speakers identify themselves and limit comments or questions to no more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes may be shortened if the president must conserve time to give the maximum number of individuals an opportunity to speak. Speakers are reminded to conduct themselves with respect and civility towards each other. The board also requests that speakers refrain from identifying individual students or staff. Speakers who choose to identify specific students or staff do so at their own risk. Please keep in mind that the opportunity to engage in public comment at a school board meeting does not insulate speakers from libel or violations of privacy. Lastly, if someone wishes to present an unresolved complaint to the board requests that you contact Dr. O'Malley. Thank you, and now the board looks forward to your questions and comments. Vince Scaletta.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Vince Scaletta. I've been coming here to the board meetings to advocate for my son, Marco, and also want to make sure to keep you, the board, the community also updated on District 80's withdrawal from LASEC. As many of you know, last month, Dr. O'Malley asked the LASEC board to approve the cooperative. Asked the cooperative to approve the grandfathering of the Anger kids, allowing them to continue there through 8th grade. The overall consensus from LASEC's board was that they weren't interested in changing any of their bylaws for someone leaving the cooperative, as well as the fact that Dr. O'Malley should have thought this out, and we really need to go to our board to look for other options. Us parents then went a different route, and we approached Senator Mulroy, who let us know the situation. I do have the utmost respect for this man. I don't know if anyone else knows him. He's a public official. He's working for the people. He's someone that's upfront and honest, and he's a public servant that just wants to see the right thing done. On Tuesday, our families went to Springfield. We presented an amendment to a bill in front of the Illinois Senate Education Committee that would allow special needs children to continue their education at their current school, even if their district pulls out of its cooperative. There was a tremendous amount of support from the committee, and they voted 13-0 for the amendment. I have to say it was pretty amazing. It is also quite shocking. The outcome came quite as a shock to the education system, and it's been met with a lot of opposition. Cooperatives throughout the state do not want this to pass. The next step is for the bill to go to the House to be approved. LASEC and District 80 are feeling pressure from cooperatives throughout Illinois, to figure this out. Let these kids stay in anger and not let it get to the point where they need to amend the bill. The Senate committee recommended that the adults work this out, and hopefully LASEC and Dr. O'Malley will get that done within this week. I appreciate that Dr. O'Malley made the trip to support us and the children. Thank you for that. The senators did ask some questions and had some comments on the situation, which I wanted to make you all aware of. At one point while questioning Dr. O'Malley, a senator asked 3 questions that were all answered no or they weren't answered. One was, were families notified that the district was pulling out of the cooperative before this happened? That was a no. 2, were the families given a chance to give any input on the situation? It was no again. The third question was, does it say something in the comprehensive plan as to what is going to happen to the children in anger and what is the plan for them? There's no answer given, microphone pushed away. I hope all of you now realize how wrong the process was handled. You really backdoored us, and you pulled out of the co-op without letting any of us know why you did your dirty work. You then sent Val to do the one to explain everything to us. And the response that I've been given is, it's been brought up at board meetings. These are the same board meetings that there's been complaints that only a handful of parents are here and attend. It was a perfect cover-up to work your plan in a legal but unethical way. The old saying is, it's not the crime, it's the cover-up. In this case, it's a crime what you did to the kids, and the parents are upset about your cover-up. One short thing, and I'll be done. You continue to say you're looking out for the kids, which appears to be completely untrue, and these kids have been an afterthought throughout this process. It's easy to say it's about the kids now that you've gotten what you want, which is to pull out of the LASEC co-op. But in the meantime, these kids are without a school for the upcoming school year and don't have many options. If you truly cared what was going to happen, you would have notified us a long time ago before you voted as a board to withdraw, so everybody here is accountable. It's known that Elmwood Park is looking to pull out of LASEC too. Superintendent Nicholas Wade has been very open about it. Elmwood Park had a meeting last Thursday to discuss it with the entire community. They called all of the affected parents to get feedback. They gave them a heads up, and it's being handled night and day compared to the way that it was handled here. While you may be in a tough position, you have to make a lot of long-lasting decisions for our district, and I know that moving forward there may be more budget problems that you have to consider. But I want you to consider every person affected, every teacher, every parent, and most importantly, every single kid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who would like to speak to last change? All right, that's it.
Thank you. Action items. Discussion. Motion to approve the LASIK ESY intergovernmental agreement.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Belfiore?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Adasivich?
Yes.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Motion approved the LASIK EYS intergovernmental agreement. Discussion. Motion to approve payment of LASIK bill in the amount of $36,501.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Mr. Adasivich?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Belfiore?
Yes.
Motion approved the payment of LASIK bill in the amount of $36,501. Discussion. Motion to approve the hiring of special ed director Kimberly Hanson.
I'll motion. I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. Adasivich?
Yes.
Mr. Belfiore?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Motion approved the hiring of special education director Kimberly Hanson. Congratulations.
Congrats. Welcome.
Discussion. Motion to approve the memorandum of understanding regarding spring 2018 retirement incentive program.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion.
We do have a couple points that I wanted to mention. The board would like to thank the association for the opportunity to meet in a collegial and collaborative manner to lessen the impact of next year's reductions on students and staff. The board is especially grateful to the association for its willingness to take the initiative in proposing one-time changes in professional development fund allocations and vision and medical reimbursement, which should save the district in excess of $75,000 next year. The association has provided the opportunity for the district to solicit volunteers for extracurricular activities that have been eliminated and are not paid for by a fee. Last but not least, the association and board have agreed to a one-time retirement program that will result in an initial savings of about $76,000 for fiscal year 2019 and future savings that should help offset future increases in expenditures. Again, we can't emphasize enough how pleased we are with the savings realized from the process, as well as the level of collaboration between the board and association.
Any other questions? I'd like to add a little bit to that. I'd like to also thank the association of Judy Figgs, Wendy High, and Trish Oltates. The association really came to the table and worked with Dr. Malley and with Frank Stoffel and Tim Ludston, looking at what could they do together to bring a little more stability to our district. And they came open-heartedly and they worked together, and they threw ideas back and forth, and they came down to the agreement. Just to kind of give you a little bit of more numbers in a sense. The first years with the $75,000, there would be roughly about $150,000 in savings. In over 5 years, it's going to be roughly about $850,000, give or take, out there. And when they were negotiating, it was apparent and clear that they always wanted to look at putting the kids first. How is this going to affect it? The changes that we have going on, how is it going to affect classroom sizes? How is it going to affect our signature programs? How is it going to affect our life safety issues that we have in our schools? And they really came together. They came to an agreement. It happened over a couple meetings, which I was pleasantly surprised that they were able to do that. And I just wanted to thank them for their efforts and really putting the kids first and trying to make it a little bit more manageable with some of the cuts that we have going, and maybe we can now reevaluate some of the different ways to go forward. You get a roll call, please.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Mr. Bellafiore?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Anasagis?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. Ludson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Motion approved. The memorandum of understanding regarding spring 2018 retirement incentive program. Discussion. Motion to approve the memorandum of understanding for general impact bargaining spring 2018 with the Norridge Education Association of Teachers.
Motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. You wanted to add anything, Fred? Did you hear what we said, or do you have anything else?
No, yeah, I heard what you said.
Okay.
Basically, just sorry I'm late, by the way. You want to go?
Oh, I'm
I mean, we said it. I just wanted to give you the opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Great.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Roll call, please.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Mr. Bellafiore?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Ludson?
yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Anasagis?
Yes. Motion approved the memorandum of understanding regarding general impact bargaining spring 2018 with the Norridge Education Teachers Association, or Association of Teachers. Discussion. Consent agenda. I'd like to table B. Anyone have
D, you said?
B as in boy? I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
I'll second.
Everything except for B. May we get a roll call, please? Voice. It's a voice for consent. Let's do a roll call.
Okay. Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Ludson?
Yes.
Mr. Bellafiore?
Yes.
Mr. DeGiulio?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr.
Motion.
Biondo?
Yes.
Mr. Anasagis?
Yes. Motion approved the consent agenda. Need a motion to adjourn at 7:16. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Aye. Motion carries.